Tell us a little bit about Dave's version of simulated pressure and what you guys were running, and how similar or different was that from what Dan was doing with Kirby and Shu at Georgia?
Yeah, a lot of similarities. I think anytime you run simulated pressures, obviously for us, we feel like they're very beneficial, but you can do them out of different coverages. For us, there was a couple of coverages that we really majored in at Baylor. Coach Lanning, same thing. Same coverages, okay, with some of the simulated pressures that we ran, but also a quarter, half concept of simulated pressures that we didn't really explore as much at Baylor. So been able to kind of brainstorm, bring a few things from there, but really learning a lot from what Coach Lanning and them did at Georgia as well. So it's been awesome.
When you're first teaching that to your room in particular, because I realize it can come from any direction, but
yes.
For deep safeties, it's usually pretty exciting when they get a chance to have their name called in that way.
Absolutely.
So when you're first installing it, how was your room received, learning about this and seeing when, yes, they can be engaged in that way?
Yeah, really well. They're very excited about it. They like, everybody kind of likes, like the sneak attack, right? That's kind of how they look at it. So you're kind of hiding a lot of times and maybe showing one thing, but you're playing something else. At the same time, they have the ability to blitz or rush and do something that, a lot of times the other guys get to do, and potentially make a sack or a TFL. So all those things are exciting to them, and they've enjoyed that part of the concepts that we've installed.
Well, how does Bennett fit into that? Because I know he's spending time with you and the nickel spot particularly, but do you look at him as I would say purely a box safety, but how do you look at him as a deep safety in that boundary role and what he can offer in that way?
Yeah, very versatile player. I think Bennett can do multiple things just because of his athletic ability, but also just his mental makeup. So I think at the end of the day, he'll be a huge asset for our defense, and we'll be able to utilize his skill set on the field probably in multiple ways.
Can you speak to you?
Noah Whittington on this side.
Can you speak to you and Dan's personal history? When he got this job, were you expecting to be involved in the staff, and kind of how long have you guys known each other?
Right. So we both were assistant coaches back in 2014 at Sam Houston State University, and Coach Lanning was coaching the corners, and I was a special teams coordinator at the time, and coaching the offensive side of the ball. And we were very close back then. Actually lived on the same street, like right across from each other. My sisters, I was from Huntsville, Texas, where Sam Houston is. So my sisters actually babysitted the boys, a few times when him and Sophia needed to, maybe go out to eat for a dinner date and things like that. So we've been stayed in touch over the years in the off seasons. We've done kind of an annual clinic and met up, and so I was really excited for him when he got this job, and it was just a great opportunity. Couldn't pass it up. We're at the O, guys.
Working in the defensive backfield with Coach Martin, there's been a couple guys like Triquez and Brian Addison that are kind of seems like they're hopping back and forth between the safeties and the corners. What's that like? Just emphasizing the position versatility.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's really stood out. Okay, with our secondary, you got Bennett, right? You got Triquez, you got Brian, right? Those guys. Man, they're long, they can run, they're athletic, right? But they also, have a great, mental aspect that they bring to the game. And so their versatility is really going to help us right now. For us, we're trying to dual train, so, we can get the 5 best guys out there. And at the same time, we can build depth at multiple positions. So it's been really good this spring. I think they've really taken ownership in some of those things, and I think you'll see a lot of growth from them in this upcoming season.
Then we see you going through warm-ups with the guys. You're one of those high-energy coaches out there. What's been your favorite part, of the day or just of the practice when you're out there?
All of it. It's probably hard to pinpoint. I really enjoy the competition periods. We've done a lot of that recently, especially situational football. We want to be, situational experts. And, Coach Lanning has really scripted a lot of, 2-minute red area, third down, second down to third down, right? That way our players can get a feel for it before we ever get to Saturdays, right? They kind of know, right, what to be thinking, how to play certain things, and at the same time, maybe even anticipating calls that come out and stuff like that.